people that might have forgotten, tell us what this case is really about. And what is the jury going to hear from you when the time finally comes?
Well, yeah, those are all questions that I'm pretty sure that the Manhattan District Attorney prosecutors would prefer that I not get into. So I would definitely like to kick that one off to Christy. But if I can say something about what she just said, which is accurate, the Manhattan District Attorney asked for these records from the Southern District of New York over 1 year ago. And what they received from the Southern District of New York, they turned over to the prosecutors. So I understand why Judge Merchan acted the way that he did as it related to Todd Blanche, and it was rightfully so. Another issue is, if you notice what Todd Blanche and the entire Trump team are so persistent at, is trying to attack me, my credibility, to try to figure out a way how to impugn, again, my reputation for the sole purpose of either delaying this trial further or having it knocked off the calendar altogether, which is just, wishful thinking.
Well, you're not going to give us a preview of your testimony. You do know what this trial is about. So let me ask you something different. I mean, you said, as you just alluded to, the judge last week basically rejected Trump's motion seeking to bar your testimony from the upcoming trial. They tried to do that. What should Trump fear most about April 15th? I mean, this trial date is set. What should he be worried about?
Yeah, he should be worried about me. He should be worried about the Manhattan District Attorney, the District Attorney of New York prosecutors. He should be worried about the documentary evidence. He should be worried about all of the witnesses that are going to be coming in to that trial, simply because, as others have also appropriately put it, this is a very simple case. This is a case based upon documentary evidence and corroborating testimony. These documents don't lie, and they paint a very specific picture, one which, of course, does not inure to the benefit of Donald Trump.
None question. We're looking forward to watching it in 3 weeks and talking about it. Let me ask you, Christy, because, again, we have a trial date now. I want to get into the heads of what the defense is here. The judge seemed a little skeptical of what they had to offer, but there's a trial date. What do you anticipate their actual defense may be at this trial?
So a few things. They are going to say that these payments, these hush money payments to Stormy Daniels, had nothing to do, the purpose of them had nothing to do with campaign finance violations or affecting the election. This was really about his family and Melania not finding out. But that's a hard defense to make unless Donald Trump testifies. I don't know where the evidence for that would come from, if not from Donald Trump himself. So I really think what you're going to see, as Michael points out, is they're going to beat up on Michael on the stand, or do their best to, and really try and attack his credibility, the credibility of the witnesses. But I will say that, the Manhattan DA's office would not have brought this case if they didn't feel that not only did they have strong witness testimony, but that they felt that witness testimony was corroborated by documents. Here you have copies of signed checks that Donald Trump is signing from the Oval Office. You have ledgers. There are documents showing these payments, and they're clearly payments that the witnesses, not just Michael Cohen, but various others, can explain what the purpose was. And just one thing to point out about the seriousness of this is that, SDNY told the court in Michael Cohen's sentencing for the same crime, for these campaign finance violations, that these were so serious they threatened the fairness of elections and eroded our faith in the electoral process. So if the crime was serious for Michael Cohen, well, then it's certainly serious for Donald Trump, the person who directed Michael Cohen to commit the crime for Donald Trump's benefit. So there's a lot of talk about this not being serious and this being the least serious of the cases. I disagree. This is election interference, and I think we're going to see that in just a few weeks.
A case of the two-tier justice system. Well, Michael, I'm sure you have thought about, you have been a lawyer, you have been in the courtroom, you have thought about all the things that are going to come at you. A judge overseeing the terms of your probation recently questioned your integrity, suggesting that you committed perjury because you denied under oath that you committed tax evasion after you pleaded guilty to it back in 2018. What are you going to say if Trump's lawyers raise this at trial to attempt to discredit you?
Yeah, once again, this goes right back into the sum and substance of my testimony. Look, I don't think that Judge Furman accurately described it. My attorney, Danya Perry, put it best when she stated that she believed, and I'm going to now paraphrase because she said it much more articulate than I'm going to, that Judge Furman missed the boat on the entire decision. In fact, what he should have been looking at is not only the fact that the Bureau of Probation, the Department of Corrections, endorsed the termination of the supervised release, that he decided not to, but more importantly, that there was even more here. Judge Engoron, out of everybody at the New York Attorney General case, he didn't find Donald Trump credible. He didn't find Don Jr., Eric, Ivanka, Jeff McConney, Alan Weisselberg, their witness. He didn't find any of them credible. But the one person that he did, and he went out of his way to say it, Michael Cohen told the truth. That's page 43 out of the 92-page